So what we're trying to do is build on traditional education. So our assumption is that the students who are coming into our program have the basics of commerce and have the basics of finance. So the kinds of things SPJIMR does is sort of modernize the foundation. So a student who comes in here with a reasonably strong base in finance and commerce, thanks to their diligence in their colleges that they have gone to, hopefully comes out of this sort of saying, how does this now apply in 2026? How does this apply in 2027? Because industries are different, the way technology is done is different, the way the risks are managed are different, and so forth. So modernizing the curriculum, applying it in various industry contexts, and this is how the foundation that the student comes in continues to get stronger and continues to grow. That's essentially what we'd be trying to do. So besides the technical things I was talking about, how do you take your core finance attributes and basically bring it into a modern MNC, into a modern startup and so on? The question you ask is an interesting one. We should look at a career as being more than the first job. So to me, a career is basically a life of being able to constantly learn, a life of being able to constantly adapt to whatever the changes are. The idea that the goal of learning is to learn how to learn is not how students or many faculty in many colleges think about it. The goal of education in India, unfortunately, still seems to be, we will impart a set of knowledge. That is the wrong way to look at education in general. Education should be about teaching a student how to learn for life, exposed to the right kinds of programs at SPJIMR, the way our faculty at SPJIMR would essentially approach a subject like finance. What our faculty need to do with students is to impart a level of critical thinking, to impart a level of challenging AI, to impact a level of using AI to learn, to become smarter than AI. It is that 40-year journey we need to prepare people for, which means that even as we're teaching them finance, we have to learn them how to continue to learn finance for the next 40 years without our help. That is what I think our faculty members are able to do that perhaps other faculty members might not be able to do so. So one of the points we talked about was the ability to learn continuously, right? So now I'm going to focus a little bit on soft skills. So besides the fact that technology changes, what finance is or what marketing is changes and so forth, the fact is people need to be able to learn throughout their lives, right? That requires curiosity, that requires critical thinking, that requires a level of intellectual humility, being comfortable not knowing, empathy, the fact that to be a good manager or to be a good employer or to be a good colleague requires you to work with other humans in a way that makes them happier, that makes them more productive. That's a soft skill. The ability to communicate, the ability to persuade somebody, the ability to get somebody to do something that may not be in their self-interest because it is for the greater good. All of these are soft skills that have nothing to do with what you learned in college, because these are the soft skills that I believe allow somebody to have a successful 40-year career.